Engagement coming in now. Horsemen diving under the TC. They have stopped this tower going up, and that is crucial because that just offers so much more defense. Hello, welcome again to a casted game. It's Smooth Operator again on the Abbasid dynasty. We're going to see what he can do. If you watched my last game, he's got some pretty good strats, some really different things coming out for the Abbasid dynasty. But bit of a curveball as he's against the Abbasid dynasty. Yes, this is Myths of the Mind, which I believe is Myriad. And he's also on the Abbasid dynasty. So I think this will be interesting. Mirror match. It's pretty rare on ladder. I play a lot of Abbasid dynasty. It is rare I come across another Abbasid player. But always good to see how it can or should play out. And we'll be watching Smooth Operator very closely. Getting a good run on the sheep, taking a few away from the side of the yellow Abbasid player. I guess I'll just call them yellow and pink. Probably going to be the easiest way to distinguish rather than saying Abbasid all the time, because that's just going to be really bloody confusing, isn't it? So yeah, pink and yellow. Easy. Let's see what yellow's up to. Same kind of route, very similar route. 5 sheep for him. And Smooth Operator, 5 sheep for him. So incredibly even start. Mirror match. Mirrored sheep. Yeah. Reflect on that how you will. We've got House of Wisdom coming up here. Let's switch over to the villager amount on the top side so we can get a good idea of how these players are playing. 3 on gold for yellow. 2 on gold for pink. Both have back gold spawns. We could see military wing come out for these players. They'll probably just meet in the middle, do a little micro, a bit of a clash. We'll see if that happens. What else could we have? We've got eco wing. I'd be curious to see that. Maybe we'll have a bit of a TC race. Who can get to 7 TCs quickest? And it is the eco wing, so we've got a bit of a change. We've got the eco wing coming in for yellow, and we've got military wing coming in for Smooth Operator in the pink. So his job now will be to delay any TCs, any second TCs coming in from yellow. Now, because the second TCs are pretty squishy, we've been seeing them put in a much safer position. Maybe even right alongside the first TC, or maybe just sort of securing a bit of an opening, just so they're not too far away. I think old school play, we'd see second TC down here, secure up a load of food, or maybe even at the front again on food. If you are over here, you've also got the gold. This would be a pretty wild second TC spot, but it just becomes pretty difficult to defend it, and they can be taken out pretty quickly just with a 1 or 2 battering rams, which, as we know, Abbasid dynasty can put down very quickly. Don't have to research the siege engineering tech. It comes to their civ for free. No blacksmith, no tech, nice and easy. Scout moving out across the front. Hasn't actually scouted the yellow's base yet. Is heading down there now. And we'll see what he sees. Little run by the berries. Sees a few villagers on berries on the straggler trees. Takes a couple of arrow shots for his troubles. And we do see feudal age hit first for pink. Spin the camera around and follow his military units out. And they are headed. Where are they headed? Straight towards the food, I imagine. We'll just deny this for a little bit. And yellow will have to move onto the sheep. Archery range is coming out to help defend. He knows this little push is coming in. 3 archers will probably clear this up. And we do have fertile crescent. Fresh foodstuffs coming in. Fresh foodstuffs. Man, that's a bit of a tongue twister, that one, isn't it? Fresh foodstuffs is already in for pink. So cheaper villagers across the board for both players. Looks like we're going to get a bit of feudal aggression here. Stable in, a couple of horsemen queued up for pink. And the counter is already on its way down. Barracks and some archers are pumping out already. He didn't end up going onto the stone, did our yellow player. Probably deciding that it's just too risky to go for a second TC quite so early, as he knew that there would be aggression coming out from pink. So good idea, but doesn't really, make use of Fertile Crescent to the maximum, I guess. Whereas the military wing, he's always going to have 4 more units than yellow, the pink that is, and he has access to boot camp, so he could have more units and they could be tankier by 15% extra health. Obviously it doesn't affect the horsemen, so that's not really a factor, but does now have an archery range. 10 on wood, 12 on food, 9 on food, 12 on wood for yellow. So it does look like they're going to be pumping out a few units for a little while at the least. Just 1 worker on gold, maybe looking to get some upgrades down the line. Second archery range coming down, so no engagements yet. Both players just sort of posturing around the front. We'll get a couple of shots onto this horseman and he will have to back off. But pink definitely with the more mobile army. He's got 5 horsemen on the field and another 1 in queue, so we'll have the advantage there with the movement speed and just being able to maneuver around the map a little easier than his yellow opponent. Couple of workers on gold for pink now, so is looking to get some sort of gold income, maybe some tech, maybe boot camp. I think that would probably be the best idea. And we do see quite a lot of workers, 12 workers moving out onto this berries. Easily secured these berries. Well, like 1, I think that's probably a gap there, but a small wall, and then the walk around is just, it's long to get all the way around here and easily defendable. Yellow is going to spot this out though, so we'll see. I don't think he can really risk sending too many units out to this location, but 1 or 2 archers, even spearmen, could just really disrupt this area. No tower coming down. Scout gets taken out as well by pink, so yellow will want to replace that, but he doesn't have a stable, so he's probably not going to want to take the town centre time away from the scout. Did gather a little bit of stone, 35 stone. Bit of an engagement coming in here. Horsemen charge in onto the spear line and are now engaging fully. The archers trying to pick off the spears as best they can. That will allow the horsemen to then easily clean up any archers left. Good job of micro coming in for our pink, and some reinforcements coming in now with no reinforcements coming in from yellow. That was a huge win from the pink player, sustaining minor losses. Still has 14 military against the 4 on the field, and we do see the second TC, so that is why yellow did not have the reinforcements to help. And that's even at this stage, this early stage, that's possibly a game losing play there. The TC is going to go up, but he may lose 1, maybe 2, probably a couple of villagers actually. Okay, he does decide to pull away, because he did garrison the villagers and would have taken a fair amount of damage from the archer fire from the TC. But you now have this quite exposed point, like we were mentioning earlier. The battering ram is coming down. 1 or 2 of these will just cause so much havoc. And just the military count is so heavily in favor of pink. Well over double. Tower is coming in. This will help. Definitely against the archers. Probably going to pick off this villager if he's not quick enough. Does get it into the TC. Does he have no textiles yet? He didn't put anything on gold, did our yellow player, so won't be able to get that tech coming in to increase the villager's health. Engagement coming in now. Horsemen diving under the TC. They have stopped this tower going up, and that is crucial because that just offers so much more defense. And I don't think he cancelled that either, so that's another 100 wood lost. That's resources that could be used towards archers to help defend this. There are only 3 horsemen on this front line now, so a decent mass of archers from yellow could help dissuade this push. But oh, he's losing so many villagers. The TC is full. There's no room at the inn. We've had 4 workers go down already. Worker count is even. The archers do come in, and he should be able to mop this up now with these archers that he has. No upgrades for either side, even though Smooth Operator does have nearly 400 gold sat in the bank. But wasn't able to take this TC down. What I do like to see is 2 battering rams coming in. I think it just offers a lot more effective TC destruction. And he did have the wood for it, I think. But he does get cleaned up here, and yellow has managed to even out the military count just a little bit. Is only 1 worker behind. So actually, after all that engagement and aggression coming out for pink, fairly even. Is ahead on the arch count, and because he's been on gold for a lot longer, is now able to get some techs behind this. We have Iron Undermesh, so his archers are just going to be that much tankier against the yellow archers. And he did end up getting boot camp as well. So the archer count for Smooth Operator is just going to be so much stronger than Myriad's. 10 extra health per archer, plus the defense, plus the attack. This is a really good switch up. He may not have done the damage that he maybe have wanted to with the initial engagement, but I think this second one is probably going to seal the deal, especially if he picks off even more villagers, because his archers are just going to be so much stronger than any that yellow can field right now. He does have 200 gold in the bank, so can look to get some upgrades of his own. Does not have access to boot camp, so will not be able to get that, and he will have to invest 150 wood to get the blacksmith first. So he's just trying to interrupt the reinforcement line. I think he did manage to take off, pick off a horseman there, and he will. Little spearman straggler getting left behind there. But these archers are sitting ducks if pink manages to find them. He's doing a good job so far. He does spot them down here though, so we'll know where they're headed now, and we'll probably turn the horsemen around and start heading to the south and try and pick off these archers before they're back at the safety of the second TC. A decent amount of gold now. Has yellow managed to put down a blacksmith? I don't think so just yet. No. I would like to see the blacksmith come in. He is going to need these military technologies if he wants to go toe-to-toe with pink. Villager count still completely even, so eco-wise, both players on exactly the same. I imagine neither of them are at tier 2 golden age yet. No, and again, both at sort of 21, 22 buildings each. But this will be a good good thing to see who comes out on top here. So currently, yellow with the TC advantage, but not the eco advantage just yet, as pink did a good job earlier on of taking out a ton of workers. Tech advantage in the favor of pink, and military advantage in the favor of pink. We do now see Steel Arrow and hopefully Iron Undermesh coming in for yellow in the not too distant future. Did manage to get that blacksmith down. We have 3 production buildings on the side of yellow as the big engagement comes in. Almost an all-in here. If he doesn't do too much damage, he really needs to either take yellow out of the game completely or do, again, significant eco damage, which I think he will. He's got his horsemen in one position, archers firing off in another. Will definitely be able to pick off some more workers, but it's just going for the archer line. Does still have the advantage on the techs. Increased health from boot camp, increased armor from the Iron Undermesh. Wedge Rivets, actually, is what it's called. Which one's Iron Undermesh? Is that the second one? Must be the tier 2. Dives to TC, this time with 2 battering rams, making very, very quick work. There's no way villagers can repair that in time. 30 army count, military count against 40. 2 battering rams, and now going to start working down these houses, and that would be a problem if he does manage to take all 3 of these down. Will just mean that yellow has to spend all of his resources, not all of them, some of them, on replenishing those houses. And again, the worker count is still in favor of pink. We've got another archery range coming down for yellow. I don't know if he can support the production of another archery range, especially looking at he's going to need to replenish those houses soon enough. Horseman on the archer line just doesn't have the spearmen to deal with this number of horsemen, so the archers are having to use all of their time and damage on the horsemen, whereas pink's archers can just focus on worker kills and reducing the overall number of archers for our yellow player. Looking pretty tricky now for yellow. Down in eco count, down in military count by a long way. An awful lot of wood being floated for pink. I'm not sure what he's looking at there. Maybe a big farm transition? Doesn't seem necessary, to be honest. He has full map control. Berries at the back of his base. Archers picking off one another. Horsemen charge through. Again, just not enough spearmen here to dissuade the horsemen for full committing. It looks like pink may start to fully clean up the archer ball that yellow has built up. With the battering rams in the background, they have taken out all those houses. Now working on the blacksmith. And looking pretty miserable for yellow. Did somehow manage to get a 3rd TC up, but I don't know if that was the right decision. He's got the defender's advantage, which is coming in handy now, but definitely not enough. I think 3rd TC, that's very ambitious, but a great play there by Smooth Operator. Once again, bringing the Abbasid to victory against the Abbasid. So the Abbasid was always going to win there. GG, Smooth Operator. Hey, welcome to the lounge. Another great Abbasid game by Smooth Operator. How does he do it? Well, in this one, it was the aggression that won. The 2TC was just too big of an investment. The yellow ended up losing so many villagers and just couldn't get the military out to combat how many forces were coming out from pink, our Smooth Operator. Am I Smooth Operator's #1 fan? Maybe give it 1 or 2 more videos, I think, and we'll see how he plays. But yeah, second video, another kind of different Abbasid tactic, the feudal 1TC all in. I think it probably was an all in, right? Because if he didn't do the damage and yellow kept his 2 TCs going, eventually he was going to be behind in eco, maybe lose the game. But I just played it really well. Great timings on all of the tech coming in. He just had that nice small amount of gold trickle, which allowed him to get the technologies a lot earlier than yellow, which did really not turn the fights, but just made them even more in pink's favor. So definitely something I'm going to try. A bit of 1TC Abbasid aggression in solo queue. What did you think? Enjoyed this another Abbasid focused game? Because there's more to come, I'm sure. We'll see, have a look down his list. Sad that you can only view the last 10 games that people play on the ranked ladder, but yeah, I'm sure there's some cracking ones in there. And the next one, whatever it may be, or the one before this, will be linked right here. If you like this video, say something in the comments, because I'm still new to this and I'd like to get a bit better. So if you have any feedback, put it down below. Whatever it is, you can be harsh, be brutal, be brutally honest with me, okay? And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.